Hi again, this is Matt Hogan, the CEO of Inside ETFs. I'm here at the Inside Smart Beta Conference with Sharon French. Sharon is the head of beta solutions for Oppenheimer's, making a big push into the ETF and index-driven investing world. Thanks for being here, Sharon.
I'm glad to be here, Matt. Thanks for having me.
Two quick questions. Sure. You guys entered the ETF market by acquiring revenue shares, part of the smart beta factor-driven family of products. Why revenue, and why is it better or different than other possible strategies in that space?
Sure. So you're right, we bought revenue shares and the deal closed in December of last year, and we had choices of different ways to get into the market. We believe in revenue, it's differentiated. We're the first and the only to use revenue as a fundamental weighting methodology within the smart beta segment. The reason why it's so compelling, as you look at the options of how to fundamentally weight a specific portfolio, revenue is the one dimension that cannot be manipulated without significant repercussions, I might add. And in fact, there's a lot of empirical evidence that says that using revenue over a 5, 10, or 15-year period of time does offer significant outperformance from a company's perspective when you look at their balance sheet and their income statement. And so revenue also gives you exposure to a couple of different factors, certainly value as well as quality and size. So does really well in value markets, and we think that's pretty compelling.
And so are people supposed to use that as a long-term buy and hold at the core of their portfolio, or are they supposed to use it as a almost timing mechanism in value markets?
Absolutely. We would suggest using it as a core. The people who have been buying our revenue-weighted strategies to this point have been using it as the core, either representation in the large cap, mid, or small. And we also have a dividend-weighted strategy as well, using both revenue as well as dividends. Okay,
let's pivot to the new thing that you're working on.
Sure.
Just like you had a bunch of choices when you entered the market, you had a bunch of choices of where to go next.
Right.
And your first products coming out are ESG products, right? Socially guided products. Tell me about them and why that was the focus and not anything else you could have done in the space.
Yeah, well look, this is an emerging category for ETFs. There's very few to date in that category. With the data and technology that is evolved and is available today, it brings ESG into a whole nother level in terms of its outperformance opportunities. And so revenue weighting, using ESG scoring methodologies and then revenue weighting a portfolio, gives one more level of opportunity for the investors who are very, very conscious of a company's practices to achieve that outperformance.
Now let me jump on something you said. You said a potential for outperformance. I think the knock on ESG historically has been it may underperform in certain markets. People are worried about the performance. Are you saying that that time has flipped and now it's a guide to outperformance?
I am. I absolutely am. And it's largely because of, and I think one of the panelists said it today, technology today is absolutely an opportunity in a lot of different ways. So the data we are able to extract because of the technology platforms that are out there allows us to invest in and score companies much more precisely based upon those three metrics. Then taking revenue as a fundamental weighting technology on top of that gives an investor a great opportunity for outperformance.
And again, you're saying at the core of your portfolio.
At the core of your portfolio. And these two strategies for us are broad-based. It's a domestic and a global, as opposed to some of the products out there out today are very niche-y, which is not to say that they don't have credibility. It's just that we thought we would start more broadly.
All right, well, we will see how they do. Thanks for coming on today.
Great, thanks for having me.
Appreciate it.